going to be difficult, isn't it, for the other teams that are in the running to stay the pace with them, because they're just formidable at the moment.
20 games undefeated, Sam, in the EFL, even more if you count the cup games as well. Parkin's pick is Southampton.
Yeah, I just really enjoyed that opening 45. I kind of probably went into it thinking, tactically this was going to be fascinating. How was Luke Williams' team going to measure up? How were they going to set up? They had no answer to the movement, the rotation. I think the patterns, all the things that they probably work on day to day, just able to free up spare men in Swansea's half. Really aggressive with their starting positions. We know that. 2 centre halves halfway in the Swansea half for periods in that opening 45, and so dominant. I kept kind of refreshing the statistics because at one stage I think it was like 10 shots to 0 or something.
They nearly had 3 XG in about 40 minutes, didn't they?
Was it
ridiculous? Yeah.
I think Rushworth made 7 saves in the first half. It was incredible and just quite amusing, really, to see Swansea go down the other end and get one. And I thought that just summed up football. You can be in such total domination, but the only thing that matters is the scoreline. So it probably wasn't as comfortable as it should have been. It wasn't as comfortable as it should have been. It should have been 5-1 at half time, and they should have been able to play with 6 players for the second half. But Swansea rallied, and credit to them, and made a few changes, and they probably finished the stronger of the two sides. I thought the substitution, Harwood Bellis going off, maybe had slight impact on that, given that he was on a yellow, so probably sensible. But I thought that weakened them to a degree. But no, I thought it was a brilliant performance. I thought that Swansea have seen possibly what they could have had a bit of with Russell Martin had he been able to add to his squad, and with games against Rotherham and Huddersfield on the horizon, I'm guessing this is going to extend to 22 matches unbeaten pretty quickly.
So where does it end then? Because, I mean, we've kind of been looking at how the running is going to be. And you mentioned those 2 games up next, which right now you can't see them not getting, 4 points we'd be shocked at. You're looking at it and you're thinking 6. Let me just bring the fixtures up there, Sam. So, yeah, Watford in the Cup. So they go to Rotherham. Okay, you'd rather play Rotherham at home than away, but they're still bottom of the table. Huddersfield down the bottom there as well. Bristol City, and then it does start to change a bit, Sam. West Brom away is never easy, is it? Hull, well, we'll see where they are at that point. Millwall. And then if I flip to the next page, it should get really interesting. Birmingham, Preston, and then Sunderland, Leicester, Middlesbrough, Ipswich, Blackburn in there, they're not doing so well. Coventry, Watford, Cardiff, and of course we all know Stoke and Leeds on the last day. So it does feel they're going to keep on keeping on. And I don't know, is there a chance the damage will all be done by the time we get to those hard matches?
Maybe, although, I think if they're to get through Bristol City away and West Bromwich Albion away in quick succession, that's some going. That's a test for them. And it was interesting to read this morning, that's only the first time they scored more than 2 away from home all season. So there's no given they're going to go to those 2 sides and put them to the sword. And I think with Scott Twine going in at Bristol City, that improves them in an attacking sense. I think they're a bit short in that department. I was really impressed with them against West Ham last week. The style of play, the kind of intensity, they wanted to get the ball out and really punch it into teammates. The style of play is great. I think they're kind of close to adopting it to good effect. I think there's a few teething problems there, but I think they're a good side.
That game gets harder, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're improving each game, and I think there's still some way to go for them. But I think that will probably happen when they can do a bit of wheeling and dealing in the market. And West Bromwich Albion at home, we know what they're like. So I see those 2 as real tough games. If they can get through that, then it's going to be difficult, isn't it, for the other teams that are in the running to stay the pace with them, because they're just formidable at the moment. And just one last point, I don't know what the latest situation with Che Adams is, but you know, there's an argument now to say that they're going so well, and there's the prospect of them being promoted, and he seems to have been kind of reintroduced to the starting lineup, scoring goals, looking the business again. Possibly he could rethink maybe moving on this year, and that would be incredible news for Southampton supporters if he could stay on.
2 questions to end. Are they your favourites for second? As we sit here right now, they're second. If Ipswich Town score a point tonight, they won't be second anymore. Are they your favourites for second? And God forbid, can they even have a look at Leicester at any point?
Joby McAnuff told me in no uncertain terms on Saturday afternoon, no, that Leicester are far and away the best team, and I'm going to bow to his superior knowledge of getting promoted out of the Championship.
Fair comment, yeah.
Let me have a little look. I mean, 4 points between Leeds and Southampton is not a great deal either, is it? So
remember, Sam, as well, Leeds play on Wednesday, don't they? So that could be down to 1 point as well.
Yeah, that's a great point. As we sit here now, yes, they're my favourites for second, but it is so marginal, and it's marginal over Ipswich and Leeds in tandem. Am I saying that with my blue tinted spectacles on? Possibly.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, though. Yeah,
possibly, but I'm so conflicted because you watched Leeds yesterday and you see the abundance of attacking talent. More than that now, Ben, I think actually you see like a brilliant 11. You know, you see different facets to it now. The midfield options, the way Gruif is performing, fullbacks. Archie Gray I thought was great. So there's different facets to them now, and Ipswich, obviously, I think pound for pound, when I've been in the stadium, have entertained me more than any other team, maybe even Leicester on occasions early part of the season. But yeah, I think now, considering the way they're playing, the squad they've got, Southampton just about my favourites for the second spot.